At some point, it happens to all of us. You wake up and everything feels heavy. The plans you once looked forward to now feel like burdens. Even the smallest tasks, they're suddenly overwhelming. You know what you should do, but the will to begin, it just isn't there. Today from Ascendenci-Net, we're going to talk about what happens when you wake up and you just don't want to do the things. Your drive has called it quits. It happens to all of us. It's not laziness. It's not even procrastination. This is what happens when your motivation runs dry. Let's explore this all too common phenomena. When your inner fuel tank is empty, even your most exciting goals start to feel like chores. That sense of being stuck or paused can seep into your work, into your relationships, and even into your well-being. But here's the truth. This state isn't permanent. Dry spells are a natural part of the growth cycle, and there are grounded, practical ways to move through them. So if you're feeling exhausted, directionless, or disconnected, it's time to press pause and reconnect. Let's talk about why we lose motivation in the first place. Before you rebuild, you've got to understand what caused the collapse. Motivation isn't a constant flame. It flickers. It comes and goes, shaped by dozens of internal and external factors. So what are some of the most common causes? Chronic stress or burnout, poor sleep or declining physical health, too many competing priorities pulling at your focus, emotional exhaustion, or a misalignment between what you value and how you're spending your time. Sometimes we're busy chasing after goals that were never aligned with what we truly wanted. Other times, life just depletes us faster than we can recover. If you're feeling stuck, hear this. You are not broken. You may simply be out of sync. And this is where the healing begins. Not with grinding harder, but with awareness. Let's look at the difference between motivation and energy, and why they're not the same. We often confuse low motivation with a lack of discipline. We push ourselves. We guilt ourselves. We think if we just tried harder. But here's the truth. It's not always about motivation. Often it's about energy. You can be deeply motivated and still feel completely unable to act because your system is depleted. And when you force productivity through exhaustion, the crash hits harder. Sometimes what you need isn't more pressure, but more restoration. Understanding this difference is the first step toward breaking that burnout loop. When motivation disappears, we've been conditioned to try to push through it. But what if the first move was to stop and to reset? Here are some tips on how to break out of that loop. Pause, without judgment. Stop, breathe, let yourself feel without trying to fix. Identify what feels heavy. Is there a task, a deadline, or even a quiet expectation that's been weighing you down? Put a name to it. Ask yourself what your body and mind actually need. Is it more sleep, less screen time, a walk, maybe some sunlight? The answer is usually simple. Acting on it, that's the hard part. Then release any negative feelings you have about not being productive. Resting, reflecting, or slowing down isn't quitting, it's preparation, a vital part of the rhythm of resilience. Now, once you've reset, don't rush. The goal now is moving forward, not perfection. Here are a few tools that might actually work. Start with micro movements. Break tasks into small, pressure-free actions. Open the document. Don't try to write the whole thing. Stretch for a few minutes. Skip the full workout. Clean one surface, not the whole room. These small wins build momentum, and momentum invites motivation to return. Or you can try to make motivation visual. If your goals only live in your head, your energy stays scattered. Externalize them. Write them down. Create a vision board, or stick a photo or a quote someplace where you'll see it. When you can see your goals, you're more likely to feel them again. Let's circle back to that earlier idea that energy and motivation aren't the same. To move forward, restore your energy first. You can do this by caring for your physical body. Your mind can't function if your body's on empty. Sleep until you actually feel rested. We know this is easier said than done. Make sure to hydrate. Water is your friend. Get some exercise. No need for a full gym routine. The point is to get up and move a bit. And eat something nutritious. You cannot thrive on just caffeine and convenience. These are foundational to mental clarity, emotional balance, and yes, motivation. Try to take breaks before you need them, because if you wait until you're overwhelmed, it's already too late. Schedule some short breaks during your day. Take a walk at some point during the morning or afternoon. Maybe create some screen-free hours for some mental recovery. Proactive rest is a power move. It protects your energy before depletion sets in. And sometimes we need to unplug to reconnect. The endless notifications and social media scrolling fragments your focus. Try not having phones in bed, perhaps some tech-free time in the morning or evening, and turn off notifications you don't truly need. Less digital noise equals more mental clarity. Now, once you're back in motion, don't aim to go hard. Aim to stay consistent without burnout. A simple rhythm you can try is the 3 cubed method. Choose 3 non-negotiables. These are your core supports. Think sleep, water, and movement. Choose 3 must-do tasks. Every morning, list your top 3 priorities. Just 3, no more. You gotta keep it simple. And choose 3 things to celebrate. At the end of the day, list out 3 things you did well. Small wins, maybe some mindset shifts, or some positive choices. This method builds structure without pressure, and it works with your energy, not against it. Another thing you can do is create an environment that supports you. Your environment affects your energy more than you think. If your space is chaotic or uninspiring, motivation will not last. Shift your surroundings. Declutter your workspace. Let in some natural light. Maybe add a plant, a candle, or your favorite scent. Play music that energizes or soothes you. Work near a window or anywhere you can breathe some fresh air. And remember, environment includes people. It includes digital spaces. It even includes the language you use with yourself. Curate it all with care. Earlier we mentioned striving for goals that weren't what we wanted. What did we mean by that? Sometimes we're just disconnected from why we're doing what we're doing. You have to ask yourself, is this path in alignment with who I am? Am I chasing goals that nourish my soul or just feeding my ego? Where do I genuinely feel excitement or curiosity? These aren't distractions from productivity. They are a source of sustainable drive. When your actions are aligned with deeper meaning, motivation flows more naturally. You no longer have to force it. After a period of stagnation or lack of motivation, you have to give yourself permission to begin again. It's okay to feel stuck. It's okay to have seasons where everything slows down. These aren't failures. They're part of being human. When motivation runs dry, your job isn't to sprint back into action. Your job is to listen, to reset, and take one honest, intentional step at a time. That step might be rest. It might be realignment. It might be asking for help. Whatever it looks like, you are allowed to begin again. You're allowed to choose a slower, wiser way forward. And you're allowed to build a life where motivation flows from within, not pressure from the outside. Thank you for spending time with us today. If this video on motivation offered you something meaningful, explore some of the others that we've shared. Until next time, keep growing, stay centered, and remember, you're not alone on this path of self-discovery.